Hello, welcome back everyone. So, as हामी second essay पढ्छौँ which is Marriage as a Social Institution written by Stephen L. Nock. So, अब यसमा चाहिँ के भन्न खोजेको छ भने basically the writer points out the programs that have been strengthened by the marital relationships and lowered divorce rates, reduced out of wedlock births, and encouraged responsible fatherhood. Well, one is the writer basically talks about the marriage and what on what basis marriage is done in America. अनि जति पनि त्यो 6 डाइमेन्सन हुन्छ नर्मेटिभ म्यारेजको त्यो सब चाहिँ के हो एन्ड वाइ इट सुड म्याटर टु बोथ द पिपल एन्ड वाइ इट म्याटर्स अ लट टु मेन एन्ड हाउ इज द्याट हुन्छ नि सोसल इन्स्टिट्युसन चाहिँ त्यो कसरी भयो गभर्न बाई सर्टेन रुल्स सो अब यसरी हेऱ्यो भने चाहिँ म्यारेज इज मोर देन जस्ट द सम अफ टु स्पाउसेस बिकज दिस रिलेसनसिप इज डिफाइन्ड लिगली मोरली एन्ड विथ कन्भेन्सनल assumptions. सो यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने हुन त बिहे केटाकेटीको बिचमा मात्र हुन्छ तर यसलाई रिलेसनसिप एकदम राम्रो डिफाइन गर्नको लागि अनि इन्हान्स गर्नको लागि यो रिलेसनसिपमा म्यारेज इज समथिङ विच अल्सो इन्भल्भ्स लिगल प्रोसिजर्स मोरल्स एन्ड भ्याल्युज सोसाइटल assumptions. किनभने हामी जतिखेर बिहे गर्छौँ हामीलाई सोसाइटीको त्यो जुन फ्रेमवर्क छ एउटा त्यो सेट गरेको कि लाइक बिहेको लागि के गर्नुपर्छ एन्ड वाट यु डु आफ्टर म्यारेज द रुल्स एन्ड देन एभ्रिथिङ त्यो सबै कुरा एउटा फलो गर्नुपर्छ फर अ बेटर म्यारेज लाइफ एन्ड फर किपिङ द रिलेसनसिप गुड एन्ड इन्ट्याक्ट म्यारेज चाहिँ दुइटा अडल्टको बिचमा हुन्छ इट्स husband and a wife who are morally, legally, and culturally bound together and have a full range of intimate personal relationships. Marriage भइसकेपछि they can do anything with each other. They can get personal, they can get private. They are like morally and legally involved within themselves. तिनीहरू दुईजना completely एकअर्काको लाइफमा इन्भल्भ हुन्छ. अब बिहे चाहिँ यस्तो कुरा हो जसले इकोनोमीलाई पनि इन्भल्भ गर्छ अनि हाम्रो पोलिटिक्सलाई नै इन्भल्भ गर्छ मोर ओभर यो म्यारेज टेक इट एज अ इन्स्टिट्युट होइन कि एउटा सोसल इन्स्टिट्युट जस्तो हामी बिहेलाई लिन्छौँ किनभने यसमा हामीलाई एउटा सोसाइटीको अप्रुभल चाहिन्छ अनि हामीलाई सोसाइटीको एक्सेप्टेन्स चाहिन्छ पिपल निड टु एक्सेप्ट आवर म्यारेज एन्ड वी निड टु एक्सेप्ट एभ्रिथिङ मेड बाई द पिपल फर म्यारिङ समवान इट गेट्स अप्रुभड बाई द सोसाइटी एजुकेसन पनि म्याटर गर्छ यसमा इकोनोमी पनि म्याटर गर्छ पोलिटिक्स पनि म्याटर गर्छ यो कुराको लाइक हाम्रो बिहे गर्दाखेरि बिहे इज म्यारेज इज बेसिकली गभर्न बाई रुल्स डिफ्रेन्ट काइन्ड्स अफ रुल्स अनि यसमा एउटा सफ्ट बााउन्ड्रिज पनि हुन्छ जस्ट टु किप द पिपल टुगेदर अब इफ यु आर म्यारिङ समबडी द सफ्ट बााउन्ड्रिज आर basically referring to the fact that you cannot abuse someone if you are married to them. Um, you cannot abuse them, you cannot disrespect them, etc. And the rules here, about rules भनेको के हो भने it's not something that is made everywhere in every institution. Marriage ko rule is basically you don't cheat your spouse. You don't get to choose another person when you are in a relationship with others. So त्यही कुरालाई चाहिँ यहाँ एज अ रुल एन्ड अ सफ्ट बााउन्ड्री भनेको छ सो द्याट त्यो दुईजना मान्छे चाहिँ दे क्यान किप देयर रिलेसनसिप्स इन्ट्याक्ट एउटा म्यारिटल रिलेसनसिप एकदमै डिफ्रेन्ट हुन्छ अरू रिलेसनसिपहरूभन्दा किनभने यसमा सोसल नर्म्सहरू हुन्छ यसमा भ्यालिडिटी चाहिन्छ हियर अब यसमा चाहिँ what all other couple lack in their hire to each other's life and property which organizes the lives of both the spouses. Marriage and parenthood are the private matters which are directly related to the individuals involved in the event. It is more beneficial for both the husbands and wives. After the marital relationship, the possibility of breakup is less and the responsibility is more which shapes their life. यहाँ चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने जतिखेर हाम्रो रिलेसनसिप एउटा फ्रेन्डसिप हुन्छ अर इट्स मोर देन फ्रेन्डसिप देन हामी वी आर किन टु जस्ट ह्याभ अ ब्रेकअप बिकज वी आर नट बाउन्डेड विथ एनिथिङ हामीसँग कुनै रुल्स हुँदैन हामीसँग कुनै प्रेसर हुँदैन वी डोन्ट ह्याभ लाइक अ प्रपर बन्ड विथ इन आवर सेल्फ सो त्यही भएर वी आर मोर प्रन टु ब्रेकअप अनि हाम्रो ब्रेकअपहरू पनि इजिली भइहाल्छ बट वेन वी आर म्यारिड होइन हाम्रो जतिखेर बिहे भइसकेको हुन्छ म्यारिज कम्स विथ रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी एन्ड द रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी इज बेसिकली समथिङ द्याट हेल्प शेप्स आवर ब्रेन that helps shapes our lives and our well-being so त्यही भएर marriage is also beneficial होइन and marriage पछि चाहिँ parenthood त्यो एउटा husband अनि एउटा wife को decision हो that how they can हुन्छ नि become parents and how they have to take the care how they have to take care of the child and everything so according to an anthropologist. According to anthropologist Emily Durkheim, marriage has many benefits for the couple, especially for men. Marriage provides structure to their lives अनि अर्गनाइज गर्छ तिनीहरूको एम्बिसनलाई मोस्ट अफ द टाइम हामीले आफ्नो नेपाली सोसाइटीमा पनि हेरेको होला इफ अ पर्सन डजन्ट नो वाट टु डु इन देयर लाइफ एन्ड द पर्सन if it feels like they're on the wrong track, what our society does is they just get them married. किनभने they know जतिखेर बिहे हुन्छ त्यतिखेर इट कम्स विथ रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी होइन यु गेट द सेन्स अफ रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी एज वेल एज यु हेभ समथिङ नाउ टु टेक केयर अफ सो अब हामीलाई थाहा हुन्छ कि हामीलाई के गर्नु छ केही न केही त गर्नु नै पर्छ विच हेल्प्स इन प्रिभेन्टिङ सुसाइड्स किनभने हामीसँग अब एउटा एम्बिसन छ द्याट वी निड टु सेप अ रिलेसनसिप किनभने बिहे भइसकेपछि पहिला चाहिँ वी हेभ द रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी अफ आवर स्पाउस बट देन आफ्टर द्याट हामीसँग लाइक पेरेन्टहुड हुँदाखेरि वी हेभ द रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी अफ आवर चाइल्ड एज वेल अनि यो सब कुरा जतिखेर हाम्रो रोल डिफ्रेन्ट डिफ्रेन्ट रोल आउँछ हाम्रो लाइफमा वेन वी स्टार्ट गेटिङ न्यू वेन वी स्टार्ट गेटिङ a family of our own, then we know we need to live, and that helps in preventing suicides. It puts both of them, both the husband and wife, in self discipline, motivates them to live a better life together अनि त्यसरी नै तिनीहरूको जुन वेलबिङ हुन्छ नि त्यो माथि जाँदै जान्छ के इट्स लाइक it drives them towards well-being of comfort, luxury, and prestige. Marriage is basically something जसले self-discipline गर्छ, who find their happiness in themselves a lot. अनि it is more beneficial for men because it fulfills the need for love being attached with a single woman, which is good in long term. Moreover, it is more beneficial for men because it fulfills the need for love being attached with a single woman, which is good in long term. About if we know psychologically, then men are more attached, I know. अनि तिनीहरू चाहिँ if they get a woman, they know what next they have to do in their life. They basically set तिनीहरूसँग त्यो insecurity हुँदैन. So that helps them in developing. After this, the writer says that there is a growing trend of unmarried couples living together, which is also called cohabitation. As we know in our generation, हाम्रो यो जेनेरेसनमा चाहिँ there are a lot of girlfriends and boyfriends living together. There are parents who aren't married. This is very common in America that people don't get married and then they become parents first, or they're just living together since the very starting. बाट नै यो कुरालाई चाहिँ दिस कोहाबिटेसन अनि यसमा चाहिँ दे हेभ भेरी मच फ्रिडम मोर देन इन म्यारेज दे हेभ फ्रिडम अन हाउ दे वान्ट टु अरेन्ज देयर रिलेसनसिप टु इच अदर एन्ड टु देयर पेरेन्ट्स यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने see when you're married there this is not just a marriage between a girl and a boy it's also the two families getting involved with each other and building up a relationship यस्तो हुन्छ हाम्रो सोसाइटीमा चाहिँ तर कोहाबिटेसनमा चाहिँ तिनीहरूसँग फ्रिडम छ कि तिनीहरू आफ्नो पेरेन्ट्ससँग कस्तो लाइक इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्छ इच अदरलाई दे हेभ अ चोइस कि तिनीहरू कि त कम्प्लिटली together नै बस्छ or they can even separate after a certain period of time if they want to and many of the people even do it किनभने long term relationships are very tough to handle when you are not actually married to each other and when you are not committed to each other. But in the long run, it does not do any good in their lives. The big disadvantage is that it is not a social institution like marriage. A relationship, ma say, what happens is you don't have rules or regulations, or like you don't have to follow something, and you don't have a bond to keep it. So, in long term run, त्यो टुट्न पनि सक्छ. त्यस यसरी चाहिँ हामी म्यारेजको कुरा गऱ्यो भने दे आर मोर कमिटेड फर द सेक्सुअल अनेस्टी एन्ड फेथफुलनेस. वेन यु आर इन कोहाबिटेसन यु नट भेरी लोयल टु यर पार्टनर. अनि फेथफुलनेस चाहिँ त्यति हुँदैन जति एउटा कमिटेड म्यारेजमा हुन्छ. दो पिपल चिट इभन इन म्यारेज, तर पनि यस्तो छ कि लाइक वेन यु आर कमिटेड टु समवन यु हेभ टु बी अनेस्ट, यु निड टु बी फेथफुल टु यर स्पाउस. म्यारेजले चाहिँ के देखाउँछ भने कमिटमेन्ट देखाउँछ, रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी देखाउँछ आफ्नो बच्चाहरूतर्फ, आफ्नो रिलेटिभहरूतर्फ. किनभने वी नो आवर फ्यामिलीज आर इन्भल्भ एन्ड वी क्यान नट गो अन being a cheater or like leaving it suddenly, having a breakup. The law, religion and custom सब कुराले चाहिँ रिलेसनसिपलाई सपोर्ट गर्छन्. when when you are in a husband wife relationship, you can call your spouse like he is my husband or she is my wife. They are all yours. But in cohabitation तिनीहरूले चाहिँ ल्याक गर्छ कि बेनिफिटहरू. तिनीहरूको एउटा रिलेसनसिप यति विक हुन्छ that they cannot even call their relationship a relationship. So यहाँ चाहिँ राइटरले के भन्न खोजेको छ भने marriage is a form of social capital. Like surely as any other resources, if physical capital is wholly tangible, being embodied in observable material form, and human capital is less tangible, being embodied in skills, knowledge acquired of an individual, social capital in less tangible, yet for it exists in the relationship among persons. As the physical capital or cash money gives us a direct support, it also gives us social support indirectly. अब पैसाहरूले त हेल्प गर्छ होइन, तर सोसियल सपोर्ट पनि दिने गर्छ नि त. त्यो त्यो जुन थ्रेड हुन्छ नि एउटा अब्लिगेसनको नेबर्सहरूसँग, किनसिप्सहरूसँग, द किनसिप्स टाइज एन्ड द थ्रेड्स अफ अब्लिगेसन्स ब्रिङ पिपल टुगेदर टु हेल्प देम इन द टाइम अफ क्राइसिस एन्ड वेन दे निड इट. This is biggest assist you get after getting married. So when you get married, you have a place in the society. You know the social norms and values. अब चाहिँ हामी म्यारेजलाई बुझौँ. How does this actually works? सो हामीलाई म्यारेजलाई बुझ्नको लागि कि त्यसले हाम्रो स्पाउजहरूलाई, हाम्रो कपालहरूलाई कसरी एफेक्ट गर्छ, वी मस्ट कन्सिडर द रुल्स द्याट डिफाइन इट. जति पनि त्यो रुल्सहरू छ जसले एउटा प्रपर म्यारेजलाई डिफाइन गर्ने गर्छ, हामीलाई त्यो सब कन्सिडर गर्नुपर्छ. So, according to the writer, there are 6 dimensions that define normative marriage in America. So, यहाँ चाहिँ अमेरिकाको कुरा हुँदैछ है. It's not about our society, but few of the things also are here and related. He says that marriage are entered voluntarily by mature heterosexual adults with the expectation that husbands will be principal earners and both partners will be sexually faithful and that marriage partners will become parents. यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने दुईटा अपोजिट सेक्सहरू दे गेट इन्टु अ रिलेसनसिप एन्ड अमेरिकनको म्यारेज डाइमेन्सनमा the husband is basically the principal earners, and both the partners should be faithful to each other, and they should be like हुन्छ sexual involved हुँदाखेरि पनि they should be faithful and honest to each other. They should not be cheating. अनि तिनीहरू चाहिँ पेरेन्ट्स पछि बन्छन्. The statement includes 6 characteristics of marriage in America which are accepted by the social standards. First, it implies that marriage are free personal choice based on love. So, like, if you are attracted, then you can marry that person because it is a personal choice. As marriage is between mature people, so they are mature enough to decide कि तिनीहरूलाई कोसँग बिहे गर्नुहुन्छ कोसँग छैन, who they want to spend their life together with for the rest of their life. So you get to choose, and you get to get married on your love with your love. Secondly, maturity is required for marriage. This is a very important aspect because when two immature people are married, that marriage doesn't work. अनि immaturity त obviously काम गर्दैन बच्चाहरूमै हुन्छ. So maturity needs, you need maturity to get married and have a good life together. After this, third is a heterosexual relationship, a relationship between two different genders, a girl and a boy. Fourth, the husband is the head and the principal earner of the family. यहाँ चाहिँ के भनेको छ भने husband will be the head and जुन principal earner हुन्छ फ्यामिलीको who's gonna get the money, they are like सारा त्यो इन्कमहरू हेर्ने and whatever the bills you need. So he will be the principal earner of the family. The wife can earn, तर the husband will be the principal earner. फिफ्थमा के भनेछ भने sexual honesty and faithfulness should be maintained in marriage. We should be faithful to our partners, we should be loyal. यही कुरालाई यहाँ पनि भनेको छ. But that when you are sexually involved, हामी जतिखेर पनि sexually involved हुन्छ एकजना मान्छेसँग, एकजनासँगै हुनुपर्छ with the person we are living with and who are ours, who are like our husband or our wife. We should not be involving a third person here. Sixth, married partners will be parents for their children. The normative marriage in America means the marriage that follows the common norms and values of the society. In the sense, marriage is qualitatively higher than any other intimate relationships. यो सब चाहिँ common norms and values set गरेको छ अमेरिकामा, and this is how two people just get married, and they follow the common values of the society. Your sense marriage is qualitatively higher than any other intimate relationships because this reduces the risk of having breakups, and this gives you a sense of responsibility. Our marriage that is something that if you want to build yourself and if you want to be focused on your ambition, then you get married to the right person. That's all what the writer wants to say in this essay. Practice of cohabitation is not as good as marriage. Why marriage is a social institution? Because marriage involves a lot of things, and marriage gives an individual sense of responsibilities. अनि कोहाबिटेसनमा चाहिँ यति कुरा हुँदैन. It's just casual thing. So that is why marriage is important. And that's it for the video. Thank you.